Welcome to our channel Crime Loom, the place where true crime stories come alive. It was a normal Wednesday afternoon, until Maya's phone rang. She almost ignored it. The number was unknown, but something inside her told her to answer. The voice on the other side was calm. "To calm? Is this Maya Rivera? I'm calling about your brother." Maya froze. Her brother Julian had been missing for 3 long months. No clues, no messages, no hope. Then the voice said the words that changed everything. "He's alive, and he asked for you." In that moment, Maya's world turned upside down. Why now? Who was this woman? And why did she sound afraid? One phone call pulled Maya into a truth more dangerous than she ever imagined. A truth that could destroy everything unless she was brave enough to face it. Maya Rivera sat at her small kitchen table, staring at the cold cup of tea in front of her. The tea had turned light gray, a sign that the milk had settled and the warmth had disappeared long ago. She had made it more than an hour earlier, but she had no desire to drink it. Her mind felt heavy, as if someone had placed a stone on her chest and forgotten to remove it. It had been 92 days since her brother Julian disappeared. 92 long, slow, and painful days. Every morning she woke up with the same empty feeling, and every night she went to bed with the same unanswered questions. She tried to go to work, tried to keep busy, tried to pretend everything was normal. But nothing was normal. Not anymore. Her phone buzzed on the table. She didn't look at it at first. Most of the time it was useless notifications or someone trying to sell something. People had stopped calling to check on her. Even her closest friends didn't know what to say anymore. They didn't want to remind her of the pain, but they also couldn't help her escape it. The phone buzzed again. This time she sighed and reached for it. The number on the screen was unfamiliar. She stared at it for a moment, unsure. Usually she ignored unknown numbers. But today, something felt different. She did not know why. Maybe it was instinct. Maybe it was hope. Or maybe she was simply tired of silence. She pressed accept and lifted the phone to her ear. "Hello," she said quietly. There was a pause, just a second too long. Then a woman's voice spoke. "Is this Maya Rivera?" The voice was calm, too calm. It sounded like someone who had rehearsed every word before speaking. Maya straightened in her chair. "Yes, this is Maya," she replied. "Who is this?" Another pause. Maya could hear faint background noise like cars or wind. Then the woman spoke again. "I'm calling about your brother." Maya froze. Her hand tightened around the phone so hard her fingers began to hurt. For a moment, she did not breathe. She could not think. Her heart pounded loudly in her ears. My brother?" she whispered. "What about him?" The woman inhaled slowly, as if choosing her words with great care. "He's alive." Maya stood up so suddenly, her chair slid back and hit the wall behind her. She did not notice. Her thoughts were a storm. She felt dizzy, confused, hopeful, and terrified all at the same time. "What do you mean?" she demanded. "Where is he? Is he hurt? Why hasn't he contacted me? Who are you?" The questions tumbled out faster than she could control. She braced her free hand on the table to steady herself. The world around her felt unsteady, as if the ground had tilted under her feet. "Maya," the woman said softly, "I know this is difficult, but I need you to listen. Your brother is alive. He's safe for now, and he asked for you." Her throat tightened. She felt tears building behind her eyes. After 3 months of silence, 3 months of fear, 3 months of imagining the worst, this was the first sign of hope. She tried to speak, but her voice cracked. "Where is he? Please tell me." "I can't explain everything over the phone," the woman replied, "but I need you to come today." "Today," Maya repeated. "Where?" The woman gave her an address. It was far outside the city, near the edge of a quiet rural area that Maya barely recognized. A place she had no reason to ever visit. "Come alone," the woman continued. "Bring your phone. Do not tell anyone you are coming. Your brother's safety depends on this." Maya felt a shiver run down her spine. Something about the instructions made her nervous. She did not trust this voice. Not completely. But she could not ignore it either. Not when it involved Julian. Not when it was the first real lead she had received in months. "How do I know this is real?" Maya asked. Her voice was small, unsure. The woman paused again. Then she said one sentence that made Maya's breath catch. "Your brother said to tell you? Don't forget the music box." Maya's eyes widened. A memory flashed before her, a small wooden music box she and Julian had shared when they were children. They used it to send secret messages to each other. Nobody else knew about it, not even their parents. It was real. "It had to be real, Maya," the woman said gently. "I am truly trying to help you, but we are running out of time. Please come as soon as possible." The line clicked, and the call ended. Maya stood frozen in her kitchen, still holding the phone to her ear, even though the call was over. Her heart was racing. She felt as if the entire world had shifted in the span of a single minute. The music box. Julian alive. She finally lowered the phone and stared at the wall, trying to calm her shaking hands. She wanted to run out the door immediately, but a small voice inside her warned her to slow down. She needed to think. She needed a plan. She needed to be careful. But above everything else, she needed to find her brother. She grabbed her bag from the counter, her keys from the hook, and her coat from the chair. As she opened the door, she stopped for a moment and looked back into the quiet apartment. When she stepped outside, she knew nothing would ever be the same again. This phone call had changed everything. Maya drove out of the city with her heart beating fast. The address Dr. Ward gave her felt strange and far away. The more she drove, the more the roads emptied. Houses disappeared, and wide fields took their place. She kept thinking about Julian, about the music box, and about the voice on the phone. When she turned onto a narrow, broken road surrounded by tall trees, she felt a shiver run through her body. The old building at the end looked abandoned, except for one dim light near the door. She parked her car and stepped out slowly. A woman walked out to meet her, calm, serious with tired eyes. "You must be Maya," she said. "I'm Dr. Elena Ward. Is my brother here?" Maya asked immediately. "Yes," Dr. Ward said. "He is inside." The doctor led her down a quiet hallway with old floors and closed doors. As they walked, Dr. Ward explained, "Your brother came here injured," she said. "Bruises, a broken rib, and a concussion. Someone was chasing him. He begged me not to contact anyone because he wanted to protect you." Maya felt her chest tighten. "Why call me now?" "Because time is running out," Dr. Ward answered. "There are people looking for him. People who don't want the truth to come out." They reached a small room at the end of the hall. Dr. Ward opened the door. Maya froze. Julian lay on the bed, thinner than before, with healing bruises on his face, but it was him. Her brother, alive, Maya. He whispered. She moved to him quickly, tears already in her eyes. "You're alive," she said, touching his arm gently. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't want you in danger. What happened?" she asked. Julian looked at her with tired seriousness. "I found something at my job," he said. "Something dangerous. Something they would kill to protect." Maya swallowed. "What did you find?" Julian took a shaky breath. "A secret," he said. "One that puts both of us in danger. And now, I have to tell you everything." The room felt quiet after Julian finished speaking. Maya sat frozen, staring at her brother, trying to make sense of everything he had just told her. Dr. Ward stood near the door. Her arms crossed gently, as if protecting both of them with her presence. Julian looked tired, weaker than she remembered, but his eyes were sharp. They held a seriousness Maya had never seen before. "Maya," he said softly, "you're the only person I can trust with this." She swallowed hard. Her heart felt heavy, and her hands were shaking slightly. She wanted to be brave, but the truth was frightening. She was not a hero. She was just a normal woman with an ordinary life. She worked, she paid bills. She watched movies when she was sad, and now her brother was asking her to help. Bring down a powerful group that controlled people's lives in the shadows. It's a lot, she whispered. Everything you told me. It's so big, so dangerous. I know, Julian said. I wish I didn't have to drag you into it. But I can't do this alone. Maya looked at him. Despite the bruises, the thinness, the exhaustion on his face, she still saw her big brother, the boy who taught her to ride a bike. The teenager who defended her from bullies, the young man who always said, I've got you. He wasn't asking her because he wanted to. He was asking her because he had no one else. She took a deep breath. Okay, tell me what we need to do. Julian's shoulders relaxed, just a little. It was clear he had been afraid she would refuse. We need to unlock the data, he said. I hid part of the digital key in a file I sent you. My part is on a small drive hidden here. When we put them together, we'll be able to access the full copy. And then what? Maya asked. And then Julian said, we send it to people who can't be silenced. Reporters in different countries, public data groups, organizations that expose corruption. If enough people get the truth at once, data line systems can't make it disappear. Maya nodded slowly. It made sense, spread the truth so widely that it couldn't be erased. But she still felt afraid. Won't they come after us? Yes, Julian said honestly. But they'll be too busy trying to shut down the story. And if we move quickly, we can stay ahead of them. Dr. Ward stepped forward. And you won't be alone, she said gently. This place is protected. It's off the grid. They don't know you're here yet. We have some time, but not much. Maya appreciated the doctor's calm voice. It made her feel grounded. It's like there were adults in the room, even though she was an adult herself. They spent the next hour planning. Julian explained where he hid the small drive containing his half of the key. It's in the old storage room. Under a loose floorboard, he said. I hid it there the night I arrived. I was afraid the men chasing me would find me, so I wanted the key somewhere separate. Maya wrote everything down in a small notebook. She didn't trust her mind right now. There was too much fear, too many thoughts spinning too fast. Once they had a plan, Julian leaned back against his pillows. He looked exhausted, like the conversation had drained the last of his strength. You should rest, Maya told him softly. I will, he said. But he kept watching her, as if making sure she wouldn't disappear again. Dr. Ward stepped to his side and checked his pulse. He needs sleep, she said quietly. He's healing, but the stress isn't helping. Maya nodded. I'll come back in the morning. Julian grabbed her hand before she could stand. His grip was weak but steady. Maya, he murmured, thank you. She squeezed his hand gently. I'm not going anywhere. After a moment, she left the room. Dr. Ward followed her out and closed the door behind them. They walked down the quiet hallway together. The building was old, but the doctor had kept it surprisingly clean. The lights were dim, and the air smelled faintly of disinfectant and old wood. I know this is overwhelming, Dr. Ward said, but he trusts you. That matters more than anything. Maya rubbed her arms to warm herself. He shouldn't have had to face all of this alone. No, the doctor agreed, but he did, and he survived. With your help, he can do more than survive. He can end this. Maya looked at the doctor, grateful for her calm strength. Why are you helping us? You don't even know us. Actor! Ward gave a tired smile. Everyone deserves someone to stand with them when the world becomes dangerous. I've seen too many people taken by powerful groups and forgotten. Not this time. Not if I can help it. She didn't know what kind of person Dr. Ward truly was. But right now, she was glad the doctor existed. Later, Dr. Ward showed Maya a small guest room near Julian's. It had a simple bed, an old desk, and a single lamp. It wasn't fancy, but it felt safe. You can rest here, the doctor said. The roads aren't safe at night. Not with people possibly looking for your brother, Maya agreed. She was too tired to drive anyway. Her mind felt thick, like fog had settled inside her skull. When she lay down, she didn't sleep immediately. She stared at the ceiling, Thinking of Julian's bruised face, his tired eyes, the truth he had carried alone, she thought of the database full of people's secrets, used to control them like puppets. She thought of the music box, the secret they had shared as children. Slowly, she drifted into sleep. She woke up hours later to the soft sound of footsteps in the hallway. At first, she thought it was Dr. Ward doing her nightly rounds. But then she heard something else, a soft click, like a door opening. She sat up. Heart pounding, the sound came again. Someone was walking slowly down the hallway, and they weren't trying to be quiet. Maya stood up carefully. The floor creaked under her feet. She opened the door. Kraken peeked out. A shadow moved past the far end of the hallway. Not Dr. Ward, not Julian. Someone else. Her blood went cold. Someone had found them. She closed the door silently and backed away, breathing fast but quiet. She grabbed her phone from the table. Her fingers shook as she typed a message. Maya, Dr. Ward, someone is inside the building. A moment later, a reply appeared. Dr. Ward, stay quiet. Lock your door. Don't move. Maya's breath trembled. She reached for the lock on the door and turned it very slowly until it clicked in the hallway. Footsteps stopped right outside her room. She covered her mouth with her hand too. Keep from making a sound. The doorknob moved once, twice, trying to open, trying to get in. Maya pressed her back against the wall, heart racing so fast she felt dizzy. The person outside exhaled softly, the sound of someone searching, hunting, listening. Then, after a long, heavy moment, the footsteps moved away. She waited until the sound faded into the distance. Only then did she allow herself to breathe again. The danger was no longer far away. It had arrived, and now everything depended on what they did next. Maya came searching for answers, but she found something far bigger than she ever expected. Her brother wasn't just missing, he was hiding from people. It's powerful enough to erase lives in silence. Now Maya holds part of the key, and Julian holds the other. Together, they carry the truth that could expose everything. But danger has already found them. A stranger walked the halls of Dr. Ward's clinic, proof that their enemies are closer than ever. There is no turning back now. Maya must decide who to trust, where to run, and how far she is willing to go to save her brother and uncover the truth. Behind the phone call that changed everything, the story isn't over. It's only just beginning. For watching more amazing videos like this, subscribe our channel Crime Loom.